Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is fadhleen najihah. What is airport? First, an airport is a place where airplane can land or take off. Most airports in the world have only a long strip of level ground called a runway. Many airports have buildings which are used to hold airplanes and passengers. A building that holds passengers waiting for their planes or luggage is called a terminal. Next, airport known as air transport facilitates integration into the global economy and provides vital connectivity on a national, regional, and international scale. It helps generate trade, promote tourism, and create employment opportunities. Next, retail space was an afterthought in the airport design. Over the last decade, the retail trend has accelerated and retail space is in high demand. So airports are including shopper-centric elements including attractive concourse, layout, and storage facilities. Airports with modern retail management and configuration earn 80% or more of their retail food and beverage income airside. The most common retail conveniences available to travelers at airport including kiosks, duty-free shop, and bar. Lastly, facilities that are available at airport: check-in facilities, baggage drop-off, security clearance gate, and passport control for some international flights, gates and waiting areas. I will present about advantage of having airport terminal. Firstly, supply a number of jobs for the local community, emergency situation, and good traffic. For first point, supply a number of jobs for the local community. Enable local small business owners, contractors, and consultants to travel into out of the local community for work and saving valuable time that in turn can be used to conduct business. Proven this point, this can help to generate income for the people and we can lower the unemployment rate in our country and this can help grow our economy. This also helps a lot in generating tourist attraction in our country. Next, emergency situation. Airports are an important logistical factor in any city, so they play a key role in emergency situation and worst case scenarios provided by natural disaster and terrorist attack. With the airport near them, it is very helpful to save yourself in the event of any sudden emergency. Among the disasters that can occur, such as tsunami and typhoon, at least the people in the environment can escape from the disaster area. And lastly, good traffic. Airports usually are created in a way that incoming and outgoing traffic quickly disperse, with a lot of highways connecting drivers to the main part of town. As we know, the route to the airport provides an open route and this can help people from getting into traffic jams. This can help them get to the airport early before leaving so they do not miss out. Example place is Kuala Lumpur International Airport, KLIA.
Assalamualaikum, my name is nurfarhana najwa binti Ahmad Tarmizi. Now I will explain about the disadvantage of having a new airport. Firstly is air pollution. Air pollution is the one of the major cons of living near an airport is that you and your family are constantly exposed to harmful gases emitted from an aircraft polluting the whole environment. This results in air quality degradation is leading to different kinds of breathing problems. The most important air pollutant in this case is nitrogen dioxide gas. Next is noise pollution. Aircraft engines are the major source of noise and can exceed 140 decibels during takeoff. While airborne, the main sources of noise are the engines and the high-speed turbulence over the fuselage. The noise can cause hearing impairment, hypertension, ischemic heart disease, annoyance, and sleep disturbance. Although some hearing loss occurs naturally with age, in many developed nations, the impact of noise is sufficient to impair hearing over the course of a lifetime. Elevated noise level can create stress, increase workplace accident rates, and stimulate aggression and other antisocial behavior. Airport noise has been linked to high blood pressure and aircraft increased risk of heart attack. Besides that, having a new airport also can occur and odor pollution. This is due to the dumping of aircraft available. They are using the combustion of aircraft fuel. It emits a very unpleasant odor that can cause headaches. The smell will be worse if we add air fresheners and items to eliminate the smell of fuel from the burning ship. We are advised not to do anything and let alone the smell. Next is impact on economy. There are two impacts, which is good and bad impact. The good impact is it can generate economic growth, provide jobs, increases income for tax, and currency will rise if many foreign tourists come to our country. As we can see, the more the tourists of outside of Malaysia come in, the more we can gain profit from it. As an aviation system was essential nowadays, it's not only external impact but also internal, such as vacant jobs for our own people to fulfill and making aviation industry and tourism more efficiently. This could also lead to our nation currency will rise up more when there's more tourists, because international travel does consume huge costs, as it was beneficial for Malaysia to gain income from other sources other than gaining incomes from tax. For the bad impact, it can cause uncertainty of economic rate being perceived without any external influence, such as we hold upon Singapore and other foreign countries as our external influence. If any tragic incidents, such as boycott from external sources due to certain factors, such as negligence, the rate would be uncertain of whether it will rise up or fall down to the ground. As an example, breaking of 50-50 situation. Besides that, it can also require a large budget to build an airport. Huge amount of cost where it needs, such as the well-structured building of high and modern technology, which consume too much cost. There are airplanes where the maintenance service costs are quite high.
Now, I will talk about impact on social. For good impact on social. First, we already know that when a person works at the airport, most of our people look up to them. This is because of their large workplace and is one of the major income factor in the country. With more job opportunities, it can help reduce the poverty rate in our country. For the next point, if there is an airport, of course, it will be a gateway for foreigners to our country. This has had a good impact on social because with this, foreigners can get to know and learn about the culture in our country. This can raise the good name of the country to be an interesting stopover and vacation. Next, the bad impact on social. The influx of foreigners can affect the population density in the country. This matter is very serious because the more people enter our country, the more logging work is done to establish housing for the residents. Next, the culture in our country can be threatened because of the bad cultural trait of foreigners. Examples are stealing, selling drugs, and other crimes.
My name is Nurul ID number 2019413696. New airports' impact on environment have divided into two, good and bad. For good impact is the possibility of sustainability increased because of due to modern technology, we no longer suffer to reproduce waste like recyclable waste and domestic waste like excess food. However, the bad impact of new airport is water quality is minimal due to financing projects that will control the disposal of high level of working chemicals. Because sustainable airport is actually not possible because airplane reduce the submission and airplane reduce the gas emission, and when they're landing they will release a noise. That's why sustainable air travel is not possible, but in the long term, within 50 years, more sustainable flying may be possible because of, as said by the Federal Aviation Administration, sustainable airport have three important goals because of first one, they have reducing environmental impact like water issue, the gas emission and others. Second, the sustainable airport prioritizing economic growth and generating social progress. Since then, this plan to a sustainable airport has become a foundation or guideline for all the other famous airports to follow. For the second good impact is new airport also creating a modern atmosphere and being one of the first place by foreign tourists to visit because of for example like the Singapore airport, the Changi airport have very good system that makes foreign choose to visit Singapore. And another bad impact of new airport is putting pressure on the residents around the airport due to very loud noise pollution. Take-off and landing are one of the loudest moments when the noise level reach 105 decibel and which is very unsafe for humans because human can only handle above 85 decibel and is more likely to damage hearing over time. When planning on new airport is the airport should not destroy areas of natural beauty or other significance. When planning to build a new airport, the government should choose the right place which is not the forest or jungle areas that can ruin the habitat. Second, choose a strategic place to set up an airport to make it easy to reach. Third, dictate that the site should be far enough from urban areas, the noise and other deleterious effects on the population should be kept to acceptable level. The new airport must not be built in a forest area, an area that hard for people to reach and far from human civilization to reduce any uncomfortable issue to people. And last but not least, require multiple runways of extended length, extensive terminal apron area, and large expanses of land devoted to parking and land side access route. And last, require multiple runways of extended length, extensive terminal apron areas, and large expanses of land devoted to parking and land side access road. Why parking lot is important? Because the visitor and the workers who work in the airport need to place their car in the park, since car are the main factor in transportation. So a large parking lot is very demandable in new airport. Thank you.
Okay, next is conclusion. Okay, in conclusion, having a new airport can not only provide many benefits to the public, but it can also increase the number of tourists to come to visit the airport. And also the cost to build it is quite expensive, but the prospect of having one is the advantages towards the local destination. This includes more opportunity for people to work. Nowadays, the airport is not only a place for departure and arrival, but it is also one of the places to shop, either from the local or foreign tourists. That's all from us. Thank you.